I'm Umber and I'm a visual artist. Welcome to At Moving Image Studio, a virtual space for media making from the Museum of the Moving Image. Today, I'll be sharing some of my favorite examples of video art using green screens, also known as chroma key. Hopefully, it will inspire you to create your own unique video art. Since green screens use illusion, it is helpful to most makers of art to dissect how the illusion is created. I'm going to talk through a well-known piece of conceptual video art and its techniques. I will also be sharing a video from my own visual art practice. I use poetic, humorous, and digital visual tools to explore intergenerational dialogue and politics as a Pakistani American woman. So green screening, or chroma key, is defined as a visual effects post-production technique. It includes layering two images or video streams together based on color hues, also known as chroma range. It's used in film production, like in news, weather reports, and music videos, to simply replace a desired background behind the subject, actor, or presenter. As with other forms of technology, green screen technology has transformed to become more accessible over the decades. But usage of green screen also dates back to the 1970s, in the beginnings of what we now consider conceptual video art. Different cameras and editing techniques were available then, but the same idea of projection or replacing footage was there. You can usually interact with video art pieces in art galleries or museum galleries, as an installation usually including a monitor of some kind, maybe with some added sculptural elements. Video art is an art form which relies on video technology as a visual and audio medium, whether using analog or digital devices. In the 1960s, broadcast television was in use. This was before the video camera became an art tool. At that time, the video camera was only in the corporate broadcasting arena. In 1967, there was a huge shift when Sony first created an economical consumer piece of equipment. Video quickly became an excitingly immediate medium. This allowed everyday people access to vast new possibilities in documentation. The Sony Portapak was a battery-operated, self-contained videotape analog recording system, and it could be carried and operated by one person. A generation whose childhood had been dominated by broadcast television was now able to get its hands on a means of TV production. Let's rewind. With the accessibility of equipment like Sony's Portapak, video art was created. These advances in digital computer and video technology enabled artists to edit and manipulate film sequences. It opened up a range of creative possibilities and drew numerous artists into this genre, such as well-known Andy Warhol. Early video artists were involved with conceptual, performance art, and/or experimental film. These are different from what we consider conventional cinema. Video art may not include actors, may not contain dialogue, or may have no noticeable narrative or plot. The video artist is more concerned with exploring the medium itself, or to use it to challenge the viewer's ideas of space, time, and form. This is evident in the work of one of the most important video artists of the 1970s, American artist Peter Campus. He was born in 1937 and was a key innovator in studio camera work and video technology. In one of my favorite early video artworks, 3 Transitions, Campus used numerous processors, mixers, and editors to record his own filmmaking in 1973. Much video art at that time experimented with the limitations of the video format. There is a link in the bio to watch it in its full length. As in any kind of moving image production, a number of steps are taken. Pre-production, prepping materials, production, filming, and post-production, editing. And in the context of green screen, replacing footage. Let's dissect what techniques Campus used to create his vision. It's helpful to understand how these images were made to gain tools to play with in your own creative process. In 3 Transitions, Peter Campus experiments with the relationship between the inner and outer man, with illusion and reality. He used simple body actions and use of green screen objects to create eerie illusions. Here, the imagery depicts that there are 2 versions of a person emerging and exiting outside of a cutout space. How? The artist cut into green screen paper, then filmed themselves twice. In the editing process, they overlap two separate film sequences over each other. In this act, there is a revealing of another version of the artist's face while he is touching it. Through the act of wiping off, another version of the artist's face is revealed. How? Green paint was used, and in the editing process, the artist replaced pre-recorded footage of his face where the green paint was placed. Note, during this time, we should actually avoid touching our faces. In this final act, the artist is shown as burning his reflection. How? The artist used green paper to burn and replaced it with recorded footage filmed at an angle, as if he was holding a mirror. Green screen technology is more readily available today. You can produce a moving image production right from home. Contemporary visual artists use these tools available to them. These setups are not necessarily very elaborate, but promote an interesting idea through action and effects. Here's a video piece that I developed in 2015 called Body of Water. Link to a longer duration of the artwork is in the link below. I was looking at the green screen as a mirror and portal that you can imagine but cannot fully transcend. I asked family members to participate as amateur performers and use materials available to me at the time, which included a large sheet of green paper, and I filmed where I lived at the time. The video runs up to 10 minutes to capture the ongoing struggle to retain the position of swimming. The performers end up looking like they are drowning. Because of the angle of the camera, the actions of performers look like they are swimming. The movement of the body also shows the limits of the illusion. We can think about how performance of the body can affect how we view the imagery. What are the limits to illusion making? What illusions are you interested in creating in your moving image artwork? Playing with layers of different images, virtual and real, is possible through real-time green screening. A free application called Vscope Live Green Screen is available for all ISO devices. To experiment, we will need the following materials: ISO system, iPad or iPhone. Download application Vscope Live Green Screen. Green mechanism or object, either chroma key paint, paper cloth, printed computer paper, etc. 1 or 2 humans. This can function as a solo project or a group activity. However, if you want to star in your own video, it will definitely be most helpful if you have another person to record. It really depends on your own vision. Use one green screen mechanism object mentioned. Think of body actions you can play with, like in Body of Water, it was the act of swimming. Download the Vscope Live Green Screen application. Let's look at the interface, where to record, play, and save your creation. Vscope Live Green Screen app provides gallery and background images and videos. It also lets you import images or clips to use as a background. Set up the green screen and camera angle or background. The interface includes a number of options you can play with. Magic here. It is a setup for your green screen background or object. It detects where the background is and where the footage needs to be placed. The app automatically selected an image from my gallery for the background. It is a screenshot from an animation called In the Name of Hypersurface of the Present. To adjust settings of the green screen, you can tap the screen and it can adjust accordingly. And there are manual settings as well. Access gallery. Import video and your own images or use the sample photos or images provided. The help button for any online support. If you do not have another person to help you out, then within the app you can reverse the camera. The reverse camera is on the upper left side of the screen. Press record and save your project so you can share your creations with us. Email us at studio@movingimage.us.